Hello YouTube, I hope you're having an outstanding day. So, once again, I have something special here. In fact, while I'm in America, I want to give you a series. I'm going to call it Lost Treasures. And what you're looking at here is one of those lost treasures. But before I get into the background of this, just let me give you a little update. So I've been in America for a couple weeks now. And there's still some stuff and equipment that I need to review. Like there was the Russian Ratnik UMBTS backpack. When I return to Korea, I'll give you a final update and review on that. We have this. You know this, that First Tactical Tactics 1 Day Pack Plus. I'm still using it, and so I don't want to give a review on it yet. Because I like to give long-term reviews, okay? Not just like an out-of-the-box. Or I should say it this way. An out-of-the-box impression is okay, but I don't want to make that the review. I did a preview back in November. This is now January. Give me a little bit more time on this, and I'll give you a final review on it. So, let's go back to this. Alright, so here's the deal. It's 2006, late February, early March, and we're at Fort Bragg, and we're preparing to deploy to Iraq. And I was told to go to a Connex and sign for some equipment. So, Specialist Heisel went down to the Connex with where some equipment was waiting for it and signed for it. And this was what was waiting for us. These SOTEC, Special Operations Technology. If you're not familiar with this company, they are an American company. They make their gear all in the USA. This drop leg holster medical pouch. So now, of course, I said that was 2006 when I got it. I deployed with it to Iraq. You can look at it. Held up great. Wonderful. Came back to America. I was getting work in Korea, so basically I passed this off to my friend. And now it is, 2017, and I found this in the closet. Looking for some of my stuff here. And it was like, wow. So let's do a review of this, okay? I mean, if you can find, I think I've seen these on eBay actually. If you can find one, it's a really good piece of equipment to have. So let's get started. Okay, first, I just want to say one of the things I really like about this, and then and now, okay? Then, being at the time, the PALS webbing MOLLE system was kind of new. I was still using like an Alice pack and the old LBE equipment until we deployed. And then we finally got modern equipment. And, I thought it was really cool that you had this, it was a drop leg design, right? Here's your medical pouch. Here's the panel right here. And just like the MOLLE webbing, it weaves through here. It can be separated out. You can put this on your leg so you can walk with it, and this part here you would loop through your belt, so it's a very secure fit. And so for myself, it would be like on my left hand side here is where I would put it at. That's the way I envisioned it. And one of the things that was also really cool then and now, I like having these really big zipper pulls here. There's a lot of companies that market tactical products, and they say they're for law, for the military or law enforcement, tactical, whatever. But they tend to make zipper pulls that are too small, too hard to get to, whatever. And one of the things you may have heard continuously on my videos is that when you're in a stressful situation, you want things simple. And this is simple. It's really big. I mean, it's easy to work with gloves, and you don't have to fiddle with trying to find a small little zipper pull, whether it be with or without gloves, stress, no stress. It's really cool. So you just open it up. Bear with me, I got one hand. Alright. And it opens up like this. If I remember correctly, this bag is where we had the IV bag. And this would be various supplies. You got this really nice, thick plastic here. It's held up just lovely for the last, 11 years. Yeah, not 12 years, sorry, 11 years. Yeah, it's held up just fine. I threw this UTS emergency food ration bar in here. Pretty cute, man. These things are only $3.50 at Walmart. I never saw these before, so I picked one of these up, and I'll do a review on these later. 5-year shelf life. You know, I'm gonna have my own emergency kit while I'm in the States, so I thought it'd just be a really good thing to throw in. But anyway, you got all this room here, and you don't see it now. But one of the cool things about this kit was, besides its durability, the fact it's well made, the fact it's USA and all that stuff, is like, it really does make a nice little pocket kit. Like, for my friend, whose house I'm at right now, I was able to put a 12-ounce water bottle in here. I put some cordage here. I put a couple of snack bars back here. I was able to put some bandage equipment. You know, a basic kit, you can put a small blade in here. So you really can have a true minimalist, like, survival kit. And, you know, you can either put it on your hip like this, and if you don't like that, just detach it. And, you know, just like typical PALS webbing stuff, you can detach it and just simply put the put this pouch in your backpack, your, you know, wherever you want to do with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Really cool. Now, one thing about, oh yeah, here's that great Made in USA label right there. See? Pretty cool. Now, one cool thing about Sotec, or maybe not cool, but just different, they don't use button closures like the standard U.S. Army issue MOLLE equipment. What they use, I think they call their Flex Tab system, and let me pull that out right here. See how it comes out right there? And just like that. And so then, when you need it, you just bend it and put it back in there, which is kind of hard to do with one hand. So there we go, got it, bam. Yeah, you know, really cool piece of equipment. I would definitely say, if you can find one of these, it's worth getting. I've looked on Sotec's current webpage, they don't offer this, but it's really cool is, not only do you get the drop leg panel, so if you have a drop, like a holster, you could like swipe this out, like you could maybe like say, hey, you know what, I like this panel, but I don't need this pouch here. Remove the pouch, and then you can put yourself a drop leg holster on there. Put your holster right here too. Those are marketed and you find those. So you get like a very versatile kit here is what it is. The only disadvantage is to those who've never used this, and this is what so I should tell you about the deficiency in this. It's a drop leg panel, and that's the pro and that's the con. You gotta love the accessibility. You know, it's right here, you can grab your stuff. The problem is, let me stand up here and show you. So you got this thing on, but now all your pockets here are covered. You have no access to any of your pockets, or they're very hard to get to. So after a while, that kind of gets old, to be honest, because you're going to find, like, again, I'm thinking military situation as a soldier, and maybe just even your outdoors, you're going to want access to these side pockets, and without that access, you're like, man, this kind of gets old. So here's what we did. Since I did a lot of driving as a PSYOP, I was on a PSYOP team, and I did a lot of driving, what we tended to do, and I say we because we swipe out positions sometimes, is instead of carrying this around with us, we all had one, I would take it next to me. So while I'm out doing our missions, you know, you're driving around, let's say there's an explosion up ahead, something happens, if I needed it, between the door and my seat, that little crack there, and it stayed there just fine. So I could just grab it, run out to there, and do something with it. But as far as wearing it, you know, on my leg and stuff, I really personally didn't do that much. I already had enough room taken up with my holster. With my pistol I had to carry with me all the time. And I had a Safari Land holster with that. That took up all this real estate over here, so I didn't want all this real estate taken up by this either. But, hey, it's a really great piece of equipment. I highly recommend it. Look at this thing, 11 years old. Yeah, I gave it to my friend to use his own survival kit. I hooked him up with some meds and some other stuff to keep in his car. And so, you know, at some point he put it in his house, but hey, I found it and I'm going to try to help him utilize it again. It's not mine anymore, it's his, but he has let me review it or make a video for you guys. So, thank you all for watching this. Have a great, wonderful day. Out.